Welcome to Agape. We're here each and every Sunday to bring to you ideas, concepts that will help you take control of your life. At Agape, we teach everything begins and ends with you. And so knowing that that's the case, what we try to do is to bring you ideas, practical tools that you can use to create the life that brings you joy and fulfillment. And so know that we're here for you. And I know that right now there's nothing more important than community. So consider this. If you're watching wherever you're watching from, this is your community. And the thing that we teach at Agape is if you need support, ask and you'll receive. But if you don't ask, we don't know how to support you. You can always email, you can always write, but here's the key thing. If you like this, share it. Hit that like button on YouTube, hit that like button on Facebook. Like this so that other people know that this is of value to people and they too will watch. So with that, let's take a moment and let's settle down. I invite you to get comfortable however you're seated. Bring your hands on your lap, close your eyes, and bring your awareness to your breath. Consciously breathing in, breathing out, knowing that the breath is life, that you are life, and that life is breathing life into you. It is nurturing, it is purifying, and it is connecting. In this relaxed state, I want you to go deeper and deeper into relaxation. With every word I speak, you go deeper and deeper into relaxation. And as your body relaxes, you just let go. Now, I want you to bring to your mind a picture of your dream life. Where are you? Who are you with? What are you doing? What are you experiencing? What are you feeling? Realize that as you sit here creating that image, you are beginning the creative process. Everything starts with a thought, followed by a feeling, followed by actions. We're creating an image of your dream life. And your dream life, you don't have to justify to anyone. It's your life, and you are unique, and your uniqueness is what makes you special. So just for a moment, visualize that life as you desire it to be. As you imagine your life, ask yourself the question, who must I become to have this life? Who must I become to have this life? Having created an image of what you would like your life to be, having created an image of who you would have to become to have that life, know that you have begun the creative process. And each day as you build upon this image that you've created, you will be manifesting that dream life. In the quiet of the morning, take the time to visualize, to see clearly, to feel as if it was already done, and watch your dream unfold. So gently, bring your awareness back to your body, to this time, to this place. Open your eyes, put a smile on your face, and be fully present. Today, I want to talk to you about the power to create. Because I think this is key, that when we understand that we have the power to create our lives, we step out of victimhood and we stepped into that creative nature, and that creative nature gives us great joy. You see, our ability to demonstrate depends on our understanding of mental laws, the power behind them, and how to use them. You see, this is what takes us out of the victimhood. Takes us out of that where I'm dependent. No, it's about understanding that there are mental laws in the universe, laws that create. Here's the power. Here's the law. It's called the law of cause and effect. It's called the law of reciprocity. It's called the law of attraction. Call it anything you want, but there's a law. And what that law simply is, it's the law of belief. Whatever you believe, nature, the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, brings it forward. So your life is a living, breathing example of your beliefs at this time. So if you're looking for a different experience, you've got to change your beliefs about life and about yourself. Here's the key thing though. Okay, now you understand there's a mental law. But then, what about why does it work? What's the power behind it? Well, the power behind it is there is one infinite divine power, one infinite divine mind, one infinite, and it created everything out of itself, meaning you and I are, and everyone else in the planet, everyone else in the cosmos is an expression of it. And the very power that created the cosmos is the power that's responding to your belief. That's why the law of belief works, because the power of the universe is backing it. And so when we understand that, we understand the law of belief, we understand the power behind it, now we understand that we use that power by building beliefs that create the life that we want. You see, we are surrounded by a creative atmosphere in which we live, move, and have our being. We cannot escape it. This atmosphere, this thought atmosphere, creates. It doesn't matter where we go, we take it with us. Have you ever noticed how sometimes we think if I just move over here to this job, I won't have the problem with my boss. Then you go there and you have a problem with your boss. Then you go to another job, and then another job, and another job. And every job you go to, you have a problem with your boss. Maybe it's time you start to understand that the problem is not your boss. The problem is who you are being with a boss. Because who you are being is a mental atmosphere, and that atmosphere attracts to you. So as long as you don't change that atmosphere, you're going to attract the same relationship no matter how great the boss might be. It's not the boss. It's you. You have to change for things to change. I'm not saying you have to stay with the one boss, not at all. But if you've had multiple experiences, you might just want to look in the mirror. This law, which is creative, is conscious of our desire, but it has no desire of its own. It has no desire of its own with regard to us or what is best for us. This law simply responds to the nature of our thought, to our beliefs. It doesn't say, oh, Lee, that belief is going to cause you this pain. It doesn't question that. It doesn't say, well, this is going to make you a better human being. It doesn't do that. This law of belief simply gives you what you believe. It's neutral. It has no feelings. It has no insights. It is just infinite creative power, and whatever you feed it, it reflects back to you. And the key thing to remember is, we cannot change the law, but we can redirect it at any moment. That's right. The law creates based on our belief. We can redirect what's being creative by changing our belief. Think about that. How powerful is that if you really knew that if you changed your belief, you would change your life? And what if you really knew that there was an infinite power behind, so that no matter what you believed, you would create? You put those two together and it's an all-powerful way of living. This law, being impersonal, meaning it doesn't judge what you're creating, works the same for everyone. But how it works is up to us. So the key thing to remember is, you may be great. You may start perfecting this, and you may be demonstrating all the time because you understand the law, you understand the power behind it, you're using that power to create, and you're saying, why aren't those other people doing it? Here's the key thing. The same power is with them. But where are they in their realization of that power and their embodiment of that power? They may not be ready. They may not be in a place to understand. And your job is not to convince them. If anything, just be an example. That's the best thing you can do, because then they'll say, well, how's that working for Lee? How's that working for Charles? How's that working for Emma? How's it working for anyone? They'll ask the question. Then you can give them the information. This law, which is eternally creating, knows nothing about big or little, good or bad, hard or easy. It only knows what we put into it. So think about it. The very power that created the entire universe, which we cannot even define, is the power that's creating for us. So in it created my fingernail. It created your fingernail. It created a galaxy, a cosmos, the entire universe. It created a single cell. It knows no little, no big. Here's the fascinating thing. Think about this. Your body has more cells in it than the Milky Way. The galaxy, the Milky Way, has stars, planets. That's incredible. And think about this. There are more galaxies in the universe than there are cells in your body. It's unmeasurable. You cannot count, because the universe doesn't end. It is infinite. So this law that's creating only knows what we put into it. And what we put into it, it receives and gives it back. Our ability to demonstrate is based on our ability to use the law. It's the belief in the law and how we choose to use it. Here's the two key words: consciously or unconsciously. Whether we're aware of it or not, we're using the law 24/7, 365. Most of the time, we're using it unconsciously. And the key thing about that is, build habits that serve the highest image for yourself. This way, your unconscious habits are ones that you put in. You've actually installed software that automatically thinks a certain way on certain things. And you're giving that image that you want out there reinforcement. It's just continually being put into the infinite mind. In religious science, which is what I teach, we consciously use the law through spiritual mind treatment. Spiritual mind treatment, you could say, is a form of affirmative prayer. But it is not a prayer that asks, beseeches. No. In this form of prayer, you claim and know there is one infinite. You claim and know that you are one with it. Knowing that you are one with the infinite, you make a declaration of what it is you desire to have your experience as if it was already demonstrated now. And then what you do is you go into gratitude, giving thanks that you have done it, knowing that it is now coming forth, and then you release all concern. You see, spiritual mind treatment is the process of building a belief that there is a law that creates and that we can use it, and then we provide a clear image and belief in what we desire to experience. So spiritual mind treatment is just a way of using the law. It's a formula to consciously use the law, knowing there's an infinite power, knowing that you are one with it, providing a clear image to it, being grateful that you have done that, and then releasing any doubt. Because in order to have the law work, there cannot be doubt. In belief, there is no doubt. Doesn't matter what you believe, there's no doubt. You believe it. That belief is what creates. You see, all spiritual mind treatment does, it takes place in the mind of the one doing the treatment. Your mind and God's mind, the infinite mind, are the same mind. You just only have access because of the limitedness of your ability to focus on a part of the one mind. But all spiritual mind treatment takes place in the mind of the one doing the treatment. Ergo, you are 100% responsible for your life. You may not, let's say you're 8 or 9, you're not responsible for your beliefs yet, because those beliefs were given to you by mom and dad. But as you mature, as you get older and you understand this, you realize you can change your beliefs. Now you have the ability to be 100% responsible for your life. This is one of the hardest concepts about being in religious science, is that we believe in personal responsibility. And we believe in it because we understand we're not alone. We're a part of the oneness. We're part of all that is. And being a part of all that is, we understand there's a power and we can use that power. And we understand that we use that power through the law of belief. This law creates for you, for me, for everyone, and it never judges us. Why? Because it loves us, and love can never judge. Explore this week. Create the image of who you want to be. Visualize it, speak it, feel it, and live it, and see how your life changes. I want you to know that if you would like to go deeper in the teachings of Science of Mind, tomorrow, Monday, I start Spiritual Foundations class. It's a 10-week class. We go through the very basic thing about what is spirituality, how do we use the tools, what are the tools that we can use. It's a 10-week course. You can find all information at agapespiritualcenter.com. On Tuesday of this week, I'm going to do a 7-week course on the 7 spiritual laws of success based on the book by Deepak Chopra. If you would like to be a part of that class, go to agapespiritualcenter.com, go to classes and events, or go to the calendar, and you'll find all the information and you can sign up there. Know that the deeper work that we do at Agape happens in our classes, and I would love for you to join us. With that, if there's anything you would like me to talk on, anything that you want prayer for, send me an email. You can find my email at agapespiritualcenter.com. I would love to be there to support you as you uncover the most magnificent you that you could ever dream of. Make it your best